it's looking like there's a possibility I may actually do a solo trip here in another couple of weeks, or if we get a good solid week or two of good weather.
Yeah, so the question right now is to winterize or not to winterize if Matt decides to take the van in a couple weeks from now and do a solo trip. And the reason for that is because we live in a very cold climate and the van does not have a heated space. So the two choices are we pull a lot of equipment out of the van, all the pumps, everything that has water.
Sorry, I'm interrupted, but the dogs are distracting and making a bunch of noise.
Okay.
So we're talking over here, but the dogs are distracting, and I keep looking over there, as you saw, and well, they're trying to go after chipmunks in here.
So the two options are to fully winterize the van in this climate where it's super cold and it freezes every night. The other option is to just keep the van warm by running the heater in it with propane. And so we're kind of leaning that way because it takes about $10, did you say?
$10 a week of propane.
To run the propane and keep the van from freezing. So that seems like the logical situation, and then we can wait a couple weeks. And if Matt chooses not to go on a solo trip, then we can fully winterize the van. But
yep,
we both kind of like the idea of having the van ready to go.
Yeah, plus when the weather's nice and we want to go skiing, when the roads are good and I can get down to the bottom of the hill onto the highway, which is not always possible in the van, then we can take it skiing, and it's really nice to take it skiing and have the bathroom, the toilet, and everything there.
It is so nice to take it skiing, yeah.
When we did get down to Arizona on our last trip, we turned on the shower and found out that even though I thought I had drained it very well, it froze and was spraying water out the top. So
that's such a bummer.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to replace that. So I'm going to take that off and do a few other things inside the van just to make it a little more functional. So in our house, we try and stay away from using paper towels. It seems like it's more ecologically sound decision to just use rags and wash them occasionally. But in the van, there's a lot more opportunity where it's just having paper towels is pretty darn convenient. And so I just hung a paper towel holder up here out of the way. And then another thing we've been having trouble with is we've been trying to utilize this space with a little trash can in here, and it gets in the way of the chair turning. And this is actually turning out to be a very usable space for Kristina's, her office. She's got basically a briefcase full of all of her editing equipment and camera gear and all that stuff. It fits down there really nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang this guy, which is a new trash can that I got. Opens up, be very accessible here while we're cooking, be very usable, be easy to change it out, and it still allows for the table to go back, and it's going to be easy to hang. So that's what I'm going to do next.
Jesse, what's up? What have you guys got over here, huh? You guys have made a mess. You made a big old mess in the wood pile. Welcome to Clarity Off Grid. We're Matt and Kristina. We live off the grid in our self-sustaining home in the mountains of Colorado. And when we aren't working on projects here at home, We're traveling in our Ram ProMaster van that Matt converted into a sweet home on wheels for us and our 2 dogs, Jessie and Lily Bell. Join us as we share living off the grid during the cold and snowy winter months and traveling to new and exciting places. Leave us a comment, introduce yourself, or just say hi. We'd love to know what kind of information you'd like about off-grid living and traveling. If you like this video, make sure you let us know by clicking the like button. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel by clicking the red subscribe button and ringing the bell to make sure you get notified when we upload new videos. I think I'm done now.
Oh. We just missed the sneeze attack.
The sneeze attack, yeah. Must be the snow.
Well, so we got snowing and sun at the same time, which is kind of cool. We got about 1.5 inches of snow on the ground.
Here comes another one.
And man, is it bright. Woo-wee!
Feel another sneeze coming on.
I know.
It's the snunning.
Look at the sun. That triggers sneezes.
I know, it does. It totally does for me.
Oh, making first tracks this morning.
Yeah.
Hi, Lily. You making first tracks, Jessie? Huh? Are we making first tracks? Oh, he's a good boy.
Is the light on?
Oh, good. The light's on. Woo. Yeah. So it's day 2 of the storm, and it hasn't snowed much. We've just gotten bits and pieces of it. In fact, this 1.5 inches, most of it came definitely after like 2 o'clock in the morning, because I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning and there still wasn't much there.
Yeah, and I think the forecast today from the weather guy was that it was just going to be flurries today.
Yeah.
But the bigger picture is it looks like we're not going to get much sun until Wednesday, which means this is like a 5-day storm, 4 or 5 day storm. So
we have to conserve power a little bit.
Conserve our power, yeah, for sure. So no washing.
But we do need to wash our down jackets. Mine is just filthy, and Kristina's going to send hers in to see if they'll give us her replacement. Her down jacket here is about 12 years old.
Right,
and she's got a new one on.
I know.
Check it out.
Jacket.
Woohoo!
I can't go without this jacket, so I can't go all the weeks it takes to send it in and have it repaired, so I decided I better just buy one. So.
Oh my gosh, look at the size of these prints. What are those?
What are they? Are they
Jessie prints.
Are they Jessie prints? I'm like,
Yeah.
that doesn't look like a bear.
No, they're Jessie
It's
prints.
our own bear.
He's got the hugest paws. Do you have big paws, Jessie? Oh, you're a good boy. Yes. Oh, yes.
Here's
I'm
some
just-
bunny tracks.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Bunny rabbit.
You there. Whoops.
Let's see, are the small ones in the front or the back? I think the small ones are in the back.
Front. No, the small ones are in the front. You know, they have the big long leg. The long ones are in the back.
Ah,
I went that way.
of course, that makes sense.
Kind of Coloradoan are you anyway?
Yeah. I'm really smart. Thank you, honey.
You do the same for me.
I would. My coat is so dirty. I don't know if you can tell here, but
Just nasty. Well,
it's nasty, like really,
the
really
sleeves.
dirty.
it's like a little boy's coat.
Yeah, I am like a little boy.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
my gosh.
I'm a
It's like-
perpetual little boy.
Yeah, there's some similarities there.
Yes. Ew. There's that one place. that
Oh,
was
you know.
really-
Ew, listen to
As
her.
she stands there laughing at
I just think you're so funny because you're like, ew. My coat is so disgusting that you make noises about it.
Please, Carly.
So our friend Bill here, his snowplow quit. Of course, we got a storm coming and 3 more days of it. So our other neighbor Michael was gonna tow him out of here, and hopefully we'll figure it out before tomorrow when we get more snow. Okay, he's got you. Oh, there goes somebody's gloves. Well, since he ran over his gloves, we thought we ought to take them to him.
Yeah. Well, this is just one more part of living off the grid in snow country.
It is.
These things happen, and we're so lucky in this area that we live. There's, 7 or 8 families that share a road, and everyone that has a plow just pitches in, and we don't have any expensive plow fees like a lot of places do. We just kind of share the load.
12.5 volts. So it's not a low battery. Go ahead and turn on those lights for me. I want to see if this drops. So we're going to see if the voltage drops when we put a load on it, then that indicates that the batteries are down.
Really?
Yep. It only went down to 12.4, so the batteries are fine. Let me think about this for a minute. So I'm thinking we might have a bad ground somewhere. So let me just check and see.
That would maybe make sense too.
And
I mean,
let's see, this is
exactly what it sounded like, is that, like a wire came loose. That just everything went dead.
right, but why would it kill the engine? That's what has me baffled.
Okay.
And this one is the same. Are these in parallel? Do you know?
I don't know. I just know that the reason we've got 2 of them is because of the plow.
Yeah. Okay, well there is a major loose connection there, which that could be enough right there. Okay, if you have a 1/2-inch wrench, that's fine. Perfect.
Sorry you don't have enough room to work in there.
Isn't that nice? You should see Austin working on his Subaru, man.
This is what I hate about mechanics. You gotta get in there and get an angle that you can work around.
Do you want me to get a socket wrench? That's easier. I can go. I've got one just down the garage.
Okay. I can't see what I'm doing.
Could I get
Sometimes it's helpful to be tall. Ah, there we go.
I do have a crescent wrench too, if that would be any more help, because it would have more leverage.
So that is your ground right there. So that's a bad ground for sure. That could be enough.
Yeah.
Right there to
That
cause
makes
a
more
problem.
sense than anything else so far. What am I talking about? What do I know about this?
So
I mean,
let's check it and see what happens.
Look at that. Whoops.
Well, that was easy.
Matt, easy for you.
He's pretty handy to have around, isn't he?
Good.
Yeah, when you have power but things aren't working, oftentimes that's just all it is, a loose connection somewhere.
God, is that appreciated, my friend?